I was doing a program, this was back in the 80s, and it was a for sale by owner program. It came out in a little pamphlet. And I was in the South, and when I got through, this agent came up to me and he goes, hey, he says, that's all, my whole business is for sale by owners. And I said, really? He goes, yeah. He said, I get 9 out of 10. Oh, really? That's pretty damn good. I said, how do you do that? He said, it's just a fluke. He said, it's a fluky story. I said, well, let me hear this. I kind of like those kind of stories. He said, I was sending an offer by FedEx one day. FedEx guy's waiting out in front. So I throw the stuff in the FedEx package, I seal it up, I bring it out there, and the guy takes the package, he has this black thing in his hand, takes it, and he goes like this. The agent said, this is the first question, what did you just do? He goes, well, at FedEx, every time this package moves, we wand it and get this barcode so we know when I pick it up, when it goes on the truck, when it goes in the building, when it goes back on the truck, gets on the plane, goes to the other building, gets on. And the last one is when we hand it to the person you're sending it to. And he said, by the way, if you want to go to our website, you'll see exactly within seconds of when whoever you're sending this to gets it. And I goes, yeah, that's pretty good. The FedEx guy leaves. So the second question was, is he said to himself, how can I use that? So, next day, he gets 5 packages, for sale by owners, ships them off to FedEx. The next morning, gets out his computer, sits it up, got a cup of coffee, got the phone sitting there, you know, reading the paper, doing whatever, and all of a sudden, bam, one of them hits. He picks up the telephone, dials the number, and he said, hi, I'm Tom Kunz with Century 21. I noticed you just got my package. I was wondering if I could stop by today and show you how fast we could market your property. Now, here's the question. He asked 2 questions. What did it cost him for that service? At the time, I think we had a deal with FedEx. It cost him like $7 or $8, $10 package. So, $5, $50, right? For him to send those 5 packages. Closing 9 out of 10. How much did it cost FedEx to put that kind of technology in place so he could spend $50 to close 9 out of 10 deals? Tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars to put it in place. So I would say to you, every single day you're in the marketplace, you pick up your laundry, go to a grocery store, go to a service station or gas station. That's the only good thing about New Jersey is they wait on you at a service station. They won't let you pump gas in New Jersey. And if you see something that has to do with technology, you need to step up and say, hey, tell me how that works. How's that? What does it do? What does it do for your business? And when they explain it to you, the next question is, how can I use that to help my business? You'll be amazed at how many things other industries are doing that you could use and not have to pay the entry fee that they had to pay to get it. Here's the last thing. A number of years ago, I came around with a tape, and we were talking about paradigms, because at the time we were changing our logos and the colors and everything else. And this video was about a 35-minute video, and it talked about paradigms. And you know what a paradigm is? It's the way you view things, the way you see things. Kind of like when we were talking about the consumer in the newspaper. Well, if I'm going to list my home, everybody knows you got to put it in the paper. And this guy's name is Joe Barker. And I think it's The Business of Paradigms, the name of this video. It's a very expensive video. It's like $2,000. But here's what he said. One example. In the mid-'60s, who owned the watch industry in the world? What country? The Swiss. Swiss owned it. Okay? Who invented the digital watch? The Swiss. The Swiss invented the digital watch, but it didn't fit their paradigm. It didn't fit their paradigm as to how a watch should operate, because it didn't have a mainspring, it didn't have a winder, it didn't have those wheels going back and forth, so that can't be a watch. So they took this thing to the National Watch Convention, wherever they held it. And there was a country that was doing a deal with, just so happened, a company in the United States, Texas Instruments. But who was the country? Japan. They came up. They didn't have a paradigm of what a watch was. But they saw this new technology and said, hey, we can do something with that. Texas Instruments said, we can build them for you. And so they went to the Swiss, and I imagine they bought this thing for next to nothing. I can see it all happening now. When these guys leave the building, the Swiss are going, can you believe we sold that thing for this? At the time that happened, the Swiss had about 80 to 85% of the world market for watches. Within 5 years, Japan had 80% of the world market. The paradigm shift. Joe Barker says that when the paradigm shifts in an industry, all players come to zero. Doesn't matter if you're number one or where you're at. All players come to zero. Ladies and gentlemen, I would suggest to you, in the last year and a half, 2 years, the paradigm has shifted in the real estate business. Our paradigm has shifted. The way we list and sell, the technology that we use, the way mortgage companies give mortgages out now, the way title companies are working, the paradigm has shifted. But Joel also said, the company that understands the shift and responds to the shift will exponentially shoot ahead of their competition. I know the paradigm has shifted. Our team knows the paradigm has shifted. And we are putting a plan in place for Century 21 that we will take it to the marketplace, and we will exponentially shoot ahead of every one of these players in the marketplace. They won't even know what hit them. And we need you to deliver. So I hope you're ready. Because over the next few years, you're going to see a lot of stuff happen with this organization. And you are the folks that are going to take it to the marketplace and put the money in your pockets. I appreciate being here with you today. I hope you learned something. I appreciate you coming, giving up your free time or your family time or whatever you did to come out here and listen to me. And so thank you very much. I appreciate it.